Hey guys, Rick with RallySport Direct here, and I have in front of me the Cosworth 1.2 kit. Now, with this particular kit, you get a mid-pipe, well, really it's called an overpipe downpipe, and of course this is specific for the FRS and the BRZ, but what this kit includes is of course your overpipe downpipe, and then a flash. And you know, we've already installed our stage 1.1. We noticed an incredible gain on it. It really brought out that naturally aspirated performance that I like of the FRS and the BRZ. I think it's supposed to be around 23 horsepower, roughly. This kit adds an additional 5 horsepower and also a better exhaust note as well. Some things I wanted to point out about this kit, of course, this is actually manufactured by Nameless Performance here in the USA. Big fan of Nameless, they do an incredible job. Cosworth has worked incredibly closely with Nameless to give you a very high quality, good sounding, good performing exhaust system and overall system for the car. So a couple things I want to point out on this kit. First of all, it's catted. It's a high flow cat and then this huge, massive piping. Now, this to me, seeing this gigantic, beautifully welded piping suggests that this can support some serious horsepower, and it can. You know, with Cosworth coming out with more kits down the line, I'm excited to see that they're offering an exhaust system early in the stages that can support additional power going further on. And then one of my favorite things about this, mainly because I'm a nerd, is a Helmholtz resonator. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's this ball looking thing here on the end. And you can see it's actually got a tube running up to it and it's a circular chamber. Now I'm probably gonna get my physics all wrong, but basically this takes the resonance from the exhaust, that kind of that peaky noise, that you know, stuff that rattles windows essentially, and tunes it down. The way I understand it is the resonance or the sound waves will go up in here, and basically it cancels itself out, I believe, by, you know, basically this is a tuned chamber specifically designed for a certain resonant frequency, and it basically cancels itself out. It's like if you have two opposite sound waves, you know, in the same time, they'll void each other out, essentially. That's my understanding of it. I'm probably wrong. If you know better or you can explain it better, I would love to hear about it because I find this kind of stuff fascinating. This is just a different take on trying to get rid of those resonant frequencies that are so common in aftermarket exhaust. So anyway, besides that, very well made, very high quality, incredibly large exhaust here. And then of course it does come with all the gaskets you're gonna need to install it. I'm gonna install this on our FRS, and I'm gonna flash over to the stage 1.2, and of course I'll give you guys a sound video, a brief update on what I think of the kit. Either way, I'm really excited to get this installed. Installation on this really shouldn't be too difficult. With any overpipe, of course, we are gonna have to lift up the engine a little bit, basically take off the bottom side of the engine mount nuts, lift up the engine a little bit, slide the old one out, put the new one in. Shouldn't be too difficult, so let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, so I'm out reviewing our Cosworth Stage 1.2 kit on the FRS. Now, of course, that includes a mid-pipe and a reflash, and Cosworth claims you pick up an additional 5 horsepower, and I believe it. You know, you really feel it more on the top end. So let's go ahead and wrap her out a little bit. Just feeling those RPMs climb. You do notice a little bit in the mid-range, but this is where you really feel it, right there. And that feels really good, actually. You know, it's not a huge upgrade, But again, we're preparing ourselves for the further upgrades down the road. Of course, stage 1.1 being just the catback. Now 1.2, we add the mid-pipe, and then of course 1.3, we're gonna throw on the header, and I'll give you guys a review of that as well. You know, down in the low end, you know, mid-range, you do feel it a little bit, but it's really not that noticeable, where you're really feeling it is right up there at peak RPM, which I love taking this car to redline. I feel like these engines just really sing and come alive at redline, and so I don't mind the bump in power, you know, right up top. In fact, it's kind of just that incentive to get you to redline this thing, and I feel like the car really likes it actually, which is kind of weird, but I love doing those freeway on-ramp pulls, getting this thing up to redline, just because the motor really sings up top, and this 1.2 definitely complements this motor, being a kind of a peaky motor where it really likes to be around redline. And it feels great actually, but again, even mid-range you do notice a little bit of a difference. It's just fantastic, and it does add a little bit more, you know, a little bit more note to the car. Not much. This is a catted mid-pipe, and we're still, you know, breaking in the cat. In fact, I can even smell it still, but what a fantastic upgrade. All right, I'm gonna keep on driving this car, but thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.